Hey,
Hello.
what's up? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for making me sure about that. Okay, so how
Yeah,
you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you doing? How's
Oh, well, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, by the way. So, yes, this is the first time that I'm talking with you. So, what's your name? Could you please tell me?
yeah, it's Tucker.
Tucker. Oh,
Yep.
nice to meet you, Tucker.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Is that your
Krishna.
name?
Yeah, that's
Krishna.
yeah, that's my name.
All right,
Yeah,
Krishna. And where are you from, Krishna?
I'm from the eastern part of India.
The eastern part of India. What's Is it a small town or a big city?
Yeah, you could say um, there are 28 states in India, and I live
Uh
in the
huh.
eastern part of India. And the place where I live is called Jharkhand. I live in a state
Dark.
Jharkhand, which is in the eastern part of India.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. I just want to take
So,
notes and
so yeah, where do you live in the U.S.?
so I'm from the United States, but I live in Brazil.
Brazil,
Yes.
Brazil, la 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 la. Oh yeah, I've heard that song.
Yeah.
Listen to me, listen to me. We don't have enough minutes. We're running out of time, right? So I want you to correct me at the end of this video. Uh, you
Okay.
would correct my pronunciation mistakes. You would correct my grammatical mistakes because I think that I want to take advantage of this app. And if I'm talking with you right now, it it should be helpful for me,
Yeah.
right? So we will talk about we'll talk about some topics. We'll discuss on those topics, and at the end of the video, I mean at the end of this session, you could correct me. You could point out my grammatical mistakes, pronunciation mistakes, and yes, I'm focusing on American accent. So the way that I'm talking with you right now is with the American accent, right? So you would
Yeah.
teach me some American accents, right? So yeah, the topic is, let me read it. Let me read it out.
Yeah.
Which is more important, eating healthy food or exercise?
Oh wow.
Go
That is
ahead.
really tough. Man, it's like what's more important, breathing or drinking water?
No, no, no,
I
no,
mean,
no. Look, I'm telling you,
eating
in
healthy
your
food.
opinion, which is more important, eating healthy
Eating
food?
healthy food.
Why do you think so? Why do you think?
So, all right. So even I exercise almost every day. I exercise 6 days a week. I either run or do some form of a workout. But I'll tell you, even when I was exercising 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, I wasn't necessarily healthy because I used to eat very bad food, like very unhealthy. Fried food, wasn't didn't eat vegetables, hardly ever ate fruit. I ate like very bad food. Basically, not necessarily not everything was fried or from fast food, but it wasn't. I wasn't eating the stuff rich in vitamins, and it showed. I didn't have the energy that I should have had for someone who exercised as much as they did. And then I've also gone on the flip side and not exercised very regularly, just minimally, and eaten very healthy and felt way better. And so that's just since you asked, that's my opinion. Eating healthy
Opinion,
trumps,
yeah.
it
So yeah,
trumps
yeah, I
exercise.
would say, yeah, I would say both are quite important because
Mm-hmm.
life is life is gonna be really hard and difficult if you don't exercise and eat nutritious, healthy food. If you don't have a healthy diet and you don't run, you exercise, the things that you should do in order to maintain your good health and physical fitness, that's what everybody needs because health is the real wealth. There is an English proverb or saying, I don't know, I'm not pretty sure about that, but health is the wealth. If you have a good health, you can live a better life, healthy life, balanced life, and you can do anything, whichever the thing that you want in your life, right? You can pull it
Exactly.
off. It would be really easy for you if you have a good health, and because your health is directly connected with your brain. your mind. If you have a good health, you'll have good moods to do something. You can concentrate and focus on your study or anything that you really like to do, right? So, eating healthy and nutritious food uh, could help anyone to gain some energy in their body, because energy is like like an amount, like how do phones and gadgets, how do they work? They work because of some kind of energy. So if you have that good energy inside of you, then you can do anything, right? And yes, the second most important thing, which I just said, the exercise, it is pretty much important as compared to this one, eating nutritious healthy food, because believe it or not, if you don't exercise every single day, you'll gain some weight, and you won't be able to do anything in your life, because I've seen so many people who've been suffering from obesity, who they eat lots of food, delicious food, mouth-watering foods, which is not pretty good, because the thing that you really like to eat, you should not eat all the time, because it is your temptation. You
Exactly.
tend to eat it. Yeah, but you need to control. It is your habit. But look, you can eat. There's no big deal. You can eat, but try to minimize eating those sort of things, which you think that would not help me in any way, whichever way that you're thinking that I'm gonna gain a shape, a body shape, good shape. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the topic. Now we're moving to the second topic, because we have enough time to talk, and then at the end of this, we will sort it out. Okay, sort out all the rules,
Okay.
things that you will tell me. Okay, so now yeah, we'll be talking about this topic. We're going to talk about this. What are the best ways to help people to get rid of an addiction? What are the best ways to help people to get rid of an addiction? Tell me. I just want to listen
Oh,
to your opinion, and then I'll tell you my opinion.
oh wow. I have a story. If you want that, like a real life, I used to live, I used to backpack in Australia for 1 year. And my brother and I lived in a town, not just kind of on accident, where all drugs were allowed. And so my brother said to me, my little brother said, if my son or daughter ever becomes a drug addict, I'm going to bring him back here, because the town was so, everybody was, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like they were crazy, but they were, it was, everybody was on drugs, not just, they were on hard drugs, like the ones that mess up your mind. And so I think there's a lot of different methods you could do, like that I don't know about, that treat addiction, but seeing it in its worst state is probably the best way. Like if someone's gonna get, is heading down that road of addiction, like maybe that's a good way to say, hey, if you want to know what happens when you're gonna become gonna start this lifestyle, you're gonna end up like these people walking around like World War Z. So uh, that's that's I don't know. That's probably what I would do. It'd be like, oh, I'm going to take you to a town where everybody does drugs and is addicted, and you're going to see what it looks like.
You know, there was a TV series which I watched a few weeks ago. Yeah, it took nearly 20 days to finish all the seasons. And the name of that TV series was Breaking Bad. And you know damn well I'm talking about which one I'm talking about. Breaking Bad. Jesse
Yeah,
Pinkman and Walter White. The guy, Jesse Pinkman, is a drug addict, right?
yeah,
So what he does when his girlfriend dies, when his girlfriend passes away, so Walter White recommends him to go to a nearby rehabilitation center, right? Because yeah, that's what I would do, because I'm also addicted to some bad habits. I'm also addicted to something which I'm also trying to get rid of those habits, because those are, destructive habits. If anyone has that habit, it can ruin their lives, right? So what I believe, that if you want to help somebody to get rid of habit or addiction or anything, so what you can do, you can send that person to a rehabilitation center, because this would really help him a lot. And I've seen some people who have transformed from from something to something. Like, yeah, within a week. No, 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 not a week. It's not possible. Within few years, and it is possible, but it is really hard. But you know what? The if you want to get rid of if you want to get rid of any addiction, what you should do, you should develop a self-discipline habit, because this is what it would help you to get rid of any habits in this or any addiction in this world. If you have that quality that you can control yourself from doing that sort of thing, which you know damn well that if I do this, it will destroy me. It's gonna destroy me. So you don't have to do that in the first place. You could distract yourself. You could distract your mind. Stop thinking about it, because when you start thinking about it, you would you wouldn't want to do that, but you would do it, right? We know that it is gonna ruin my life. Even when we know that, we do it because we are addicted to something, right? So oh yeah, we are running out of time right now, and I'm done. So we've got only 3 minutes, and tell me.
All right. So your grammar is perfect. You actually you had no mistakes. I was listening for mistakes because that's what you told me to do. The only thing I would have to say, since you're going for an American accent, is instead of saying, so the only letter that I noticed that you say um, the differently is E. So the words I can't remember the specific word that you said, but it where there was the E sound, you use the I sound. So let me think of a word with E that I want you to say, because you need to you need to listen to it or hear yourself say it so that you can be able to correct it. Because everything else that you wanted me to tell you on, like I promise you, all your grammar was spot on. You didn't have any you didn't use any double negatives or anything. I mean, you must have you spoken English your whole life or most of your life?
Yeah, I mean, but I've been using this app for 2 years. No, not for 2 years. I've been using this app for a year, but I've
Okay.
been practicing English for several years, for ages. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the I'm trying to think of a specific word that I want you to say with E. Say the word. Say this word. I'm gonna type it in the chat, and I want to hear how you pronounce it.
Oh, reap, reap. Okay.
That's
He
good.
reaps
That's
what he sows.
so. Yes, you said that perfect. But so you at the end of so this word sows at the very end of your W. You
Sows,
said yeah
sows,
sows.
sows.
That's it. At
Yeah.
first, you were kind of saying all. It's oh, oh. So where you, I think you might have a tendency. Just correct me if
Hey,
I'm wrong.
Tucker, Tucker,
Yeah,
Tucker. Yeah, yeah, we're running out of time, but I have got one question which I
yeah.
wanted to ask you. Is it good using such long words like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious in your English?
Not if you want someone to understand you. There might be like three or four people in the world that will be. I've we have a game that we play as kids where we say that supercalifragilistic, but no, keep your vocabulary simple, and then if you as you progress, use words that you're comfortable with. It doesn't make sense to use words just because they sound
So,
intelligent. And
but
go
but
ahead.
but it is good. I think so, because sometimes you can use but a monster says phobia. I know these words are very, very long. But
But yeah,
sometimes
if you
it
just
is
want
really
to,
difficult for some people.
if you know
Can
what
I
they
use
mean and
these
you know,
words?
yes, but just make sure you're using them correctly. Remember, like if I say a word to you and it sounds really smart, but I use it wrong, and you know what it means, you're gonna be like, but he that doesn't, you know what I mean? So if you understand the context of the words that you're saying, then yes, of course, yeah, use the big vocabulary, but don't just use it just to use it. Make sure you understand the context.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've
So
been
we're running
focusing
low.
on long words.
Yeah, if you
Oh
want
my
to,
God, we've got nine.
I'll send you a message and then we can maybe